5 ways to make your home look more expensive, plus one bonus. You don't need expensive furniture to make your home look expensive, and you definitely don't need to throw away everything you bought from IKEA. A lot of the difference actually comes down to a few design choices that make a home feel more intentional, more custom, and less thrown together. So today I'm sharing 5 things that can make almost any home look more expensive. And stay until the end because the bonus one is probably the easiest transformation on this entire list. But most people do the exact opposite. The first one, add more curves. Number 1, stop making everything rectangular. Look around most homes and rectangular sofa, rectangular coffee table, rectangular TV, rectangular rug, rectangular cabinet, and then we wonder why the room feels a little bit flat. One of the easiest ways to make a room feel more designed is to introduce some curves. And I'm not saying you need to go buy one of those crazy curved design sofas. It could be something really simple. A round coffee table, an oval mirror, a curved lamp, a round rug, even a bowl or a large vase can break up all those straight lines. I actually think this works especially well in small rooms because you get fewer hard corners visually fighting with each other. So if everything in your room looks like it was designed with a ruler, add one curve. It can completely change the feeling. Number 2 is something I think people underestimate. Some materials get uglier as they age, others actually get better. Cheap plastic can scratch. Some laminates start peeling. Fake finishes can chip and suddenly expose exactly what they are. But materials like wood, stone, and certain metals can develop character over time. And that makes a huge difference. Now, I'm not saying your entire kitchen needs to be solid marble. That will destroy the whole point of this channel. But you can introduce better materials in small places. Maybe a wooden shelf instead of plastic, a real wood tabletop, a stone tray, metal cabinet handles instead of cheap plastic ones. Even very small upgrades can change the way something feels when you touch it. And I think that's something we forget when decorating. Your home isn't only something you look at, you touch it every day. Number 3. Make storage look built-in. Number 3 is one of my favorites because it's something you can actually DIY. Make your storage look like it belongs to the house. There is a massive visual difference between putting a random wardrobe against the wall and making it like the wardrobe looks built-in. And sometimes the actual furniture can be exactly the same. The difference is the finish. Take cabinets all the way to the ceiling, fill awkward gaps, add trim, match the paint to the walls, and suddenly the basic cabinets look like somebody designed it, especially for the room. This is exactly why IKEA hacks can look so good. The cabinets might still be IKEA, but once you remove those weird gaps and integrate it into the architecture, your eye stops seeing furniture, it starts seeing part of the house. And before we get to the number 4, remember the bonus at the end because it works incredibly well together with this one. Number 4, not every piece of furniture needs to be interesting. Actually, please don't do that. If your chair is crazy, the sofa is crazy, the lamp is crazy, and your coffee table looks like it came from another planet, now your living room looks like a furniture showroom. Instead, choose 1 or 2 pieces that are slightly unusual, maybe an interesting chair, a sculptural lamp, a strange coffee table, a large curved mirror, something that makes something walk into the room and go, "Oh, that's cool." Then let everything else support it. I think this is actually a really useful rule if you're decorating on a budget. Spend less on most of the room and put a little more attention into one thing. People actually notice. Number 5 is something I wish more people did. Stop buying entire matching furniture sets. Same wood, same legs, same colors, same collection. It's easy. But it can also make your house look like page 37 of a furniture catalog. Good rooms normally have a little contrast. Maybe you have a modern sofa with old wooden side table, a very clean cabinet with a vintage lamp, a new dining table with different chairs. You don't have to turn your house into an antique shop. The idea is simply that everything shouldn't look like you bought it on Saturday afternoon from exactly the same store. And this is also great if you're on a budget. Facebook Marketplace, secondhand shops, things your family doesn't want anymore. Sometimes an old solid piece of furniture looks much more interesting than something brand new. And there's the bonus. If you're going to make the feature, commit to it. One thing that can sometimes make a room feel more DIY than high-end is one idea that stops halfway. For example, wall molding on one tiny section, one dark accent wall while everything else feels unrelated, wood slats randomly covering one corner. Sometimes that works, but if you want the room to feel really intentional, try taking the idea further. If you're doing molding, consider doing the whole room. If you're painting the walls dramatically, maybe bring the color onto more than one wall or even the ceiling. If you're building storage, take it wall to wall or floor to ceiling when the room allows it. It's funnier because sometimes doing more of the same material makes the room feel simpler rather than busier. It looks like it was planned from the beginning. And that's really the secret behind most expensive looking homes. It's not necessarily that everything costs a fortune, it's that everything looks intentional. So if you want your home to look more expensive, don't immediately start shopping. Look at what you already have and ask, can I integrate it better? Can I change the shape? Can I improve one material? Can I make one element feel intentional? Because sometimes a $50 DIY changes a room more than 1,000 pieces of furniture. Let me know which one you will try first, and if you like practical home upgrades, DIY projects, and affordable ways to make your home look better, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!